Stefan Johansson crashed on the pace lap at Long Beach, crashed again at Milwaukee and Detroit, and here today. So he's had plenty of wall time. Fortunately, no sheet time.
The most likely culprit for his accident, Paul, ironically, is probably a tire puncture. But when they puncture going fast here, the car swap ends up fast. You can't believe it.
Update on Fittipaldi, Jack Root.
Paul, you don't think Emerson Fittipaldi's concerned about the championship? He wasn't worried about the tire. He radioed into his crew, "Where is Mansell?" That's all he was concerned about. He's very talkative today on the radio.
Now, the answer, of course, there's his crew chief, Rick Reineman. The answer, of course, is that Mansell is at the front of the field. The yellow came out while Mansell was making his stop. The order as they come back to green for the race itself will be Mansell, Andretti, Boesel, Fittipaldi, Lyondike, Fabi, Gordon, Tracy, and Goodyear.
Emerson is looking to protect a scant 3-point lead. Not much to work with.
So now they come back to speed. The green flag comes out, and we're racing once again on the 45th lap at the Michigan 500. And they spread out as the slower cars sitting just ahead of the race leader move over, and Mansell carves his way on through.
Mansell wants to put as much distance as he can to anybody. Remember, this track is kind of hard on traffic. The wind buffeting bothers everybody, the turbulence, so he wants to get out in clean air as soon as possible.
Brayton and Goodyear battle. They are a lap down to the leader, running in 9th place as Goodyear moves into 9th. And then Brayton takes it away from him.
On board with Scott Goodyear, that tape you see flapping, it's not going to stay on there, Paul. It's going to just slowly work its way off. But he has to have that little brace to the right side of his helmet, because that's what keeps up that 5 Gs in the corners, keeps his head up.
Looks like it's well taped on in other areas there, so let's hope that it does stay on. It was a quick repair. Well, what about a 240-mile-an-hour wind on the straightaway going over there?
Well, that's for sure. And it'll have Velcro behind it helping it also.
Fittipaldi continues his moves up through the field as he just cruises past Allinger Jr., who continues to struggle this weekend. Mansell's put 2 seconds on the remainder of the field. Second place is still Mario.
Mansell and Fittipaldi were joking with each other last night in the garages. Very relaxed. Of course, 2 former Formula One champions. Mansell is the defending Formula One champion now, battling it out now for the IndyCar championship.
Battle for 6th place. Robbie Gordon, the black car, the center of your screen, and here comes Teo Fabi, who comes to the inside. Again, they use Hiro Matsushita to try to get past him. They split him on the backstretch, and it looks like Teo's going to get into the corner ahead of Gordon.
Fabi has never won this race, but he was second back here in 1989, so he knows what he's doing out here.
Gordon got pushed clear up into the gray right there. That's an accident. Looking for a plate to happen when you get that high, but he did a really good job because Matsushita didn't see that he was there, and he moved him right out into the gray.
And look at him come right back on Teo Fabi as Fabi almost slows down going into the first corner. So it seems that Teo's a little faster up in the north end, and Robbie Gordon seems to be faster down here in the south.
Well, you know, the track is never the same on both sides. We see that at all the racetrack, and it's certainly showing up here that way with a lot of the guys today, Paul.
The talk is all that Robbie Gordon might be leaving A.J. Foyt at the end of this year to go with a newly formed team headed up by Michael Kranifus of Ford. Kranifus announced his resignation from Ford at the end of this year, effective at the end of this year, and the talk is he may hire Gordon for his new team.
Got a burst of spark there at the back of the car. There's a bump down there in that corner, and when these cars are on full tanks, they can set down right on the ground, and it will tend to throw sparks out back from the undercarriage. Might be good in some racing. In this racing, that's wearing away pretty quick.
Well, it does wear away a little bit, but ironically, in order for these cars to handle good, they have to get them as low as they can possibly get them to the ground. A lot lower than people would ever imagine. The driver, for example, is riding off the ground no more than an inch to an inch and a quarter.
Carl Haas, the owner of Nigel Mansell's and Mario Andretti's cars. They run first and second right now, and you are on board with the race leader, Nigel Mansell. Cars just in front of Mansell. Fabi, Tracy, they're all trying to stay on the lead lap. We'll just listen to the throttle response here.
Boy, good luck keeping up with this guy. Look at Mansell come, modulating the throttle a little bit, but lining up his prey and just sweeping by on the low side. No problem.
Pass Tracy.
modulate the throttle. That's why I mentioned it. Of course, a racing driver in this situation, even when you're Nigel Mansell, defending champion, you still feel an exhilaration when you know you've got the car of the day. Remember, just 2 weeks ago, back in Toronto, Mansell's car was terrible for him. He crashed out of the race midway through. Now he, of course, is back on top.
In the meantime, Arie Luyendyk being challenged now by Fittipaldi. This is a battle for 4th place. Arie Luyendyk started 3rd here. Look at the serial scoring as he fell backwards and then has been since the pit stop steadily moving back forward in this field.
You know, Luyendyk, of course, shone at Indianapolis where he finished 2nd. And here he is shining again. And, of course, there, as you see Emerson Fittipaldi right there with him, he's had a miserable year, Luyendyk has, everywhere except these super fast tracks.
He doesn't seem, he came from road racing, Sam, and he doesn't seem to like or go fast on road racing at all. He doesn't go fast on the miles. He only goes fast, as you said, on the real fast speedways like here and Indianapolis. And that's not going to be enough to satisfy the car owners. He's going to either have to get it up or he's going to have a hard time finding the ride next year.
Well, the team, of course, is switching to the Renard car away from the Lola. They'll have a new car, all new, next year.
Traffic ahead. We will try and give you more of those graphics that do bring you up to date on an individual car's progress through the field with the serial scoring. Mansell still in front, Andretti in pursuit, but a full 5 seconds back.
Cars are passing all over the racetrack. The passes are happening so fast back in there sometimes. There's little Al. Tracy's right behind him. There's Luyendyk. They're really trying to go for a few positions right now. Some of them realize that that yellow flag came at a bad time for them. And they're trying hard to make up the difference.
Unser Jr. trying to stay in there at the pace, but he is a lap down, running in 13th place right now.
He was the first car that came in on the yellow. Of course, he didn't know it was going to turn yellow, and his crew didn't, but nonetheless, he was really bad luck on that one.
Bobby, a lot of speculation on what little Al will do next year. We've got some telemetry from on board his car. I'll give you an idea what the speeds and the RPMs are coming off of this Chevrolet engine. Flat on the throttle right there. Now
you can see he's backing off quite a bit. Now he's 100%. We're down the front straightaway. Let's go into turn 1 with him and watch and see what it does here. 100% still, there's 84, but 24%. Now that's backed off all but about a quarter of the throttle. He's still not on it all the way. Still not on. There, he's finally got it open. Now, there's where he's losing his speed, and they know this through the telemetry or through the computer systems, Paul. He's having handling problems.
So what's he going to do about it?
There's nothing they can do except try to adjust the wings during the race. But the mechanical setup, like the springs and the roll bars and all, are already set before the race. So he's going to have a hard time the rest of the day.
Gary Gerald, update on Al Unser Jr.
One of the reasons, Paul, that he's battling to get unlapped after they came back to green following the Johansson incident, he cut down a tire. They don't know if it was debris or what, but he had to make an extra stop. It's a heavy price to pay because he had to do it under green.
Emerson Fittipaldi able to move around the 14 car of Robbie Gordon. Now stretches out a little distance. Al Unser Jr. Boy, look how fast he spit.
Boy, he just ran out of air across the front of his wings there for a second. That's scary.
Now you can see on the right side, little Al's head, there's the thing that's holding him up, like we see Scott Goodyear. Only Scott's is a lot lower. But if these guys don't have something to hold their heads up, they can't do it. There's the guy here strong enough to hold their head up during the whole race.
So 60 laps of the Michigan 500 are now complete. The leader of the race, the second one of the day, is Nigel Mansell. In second place, Mario Andretti, as Roger Penske watches both of his cars. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.